What's up, everybody? Yu-Gi-Oh 101 discussion vid. I know I haven't done a video in a while. That's pretty much because I've been busy with a lot of things around here, and this video in particular was one I've had on the back burner for months now, and like I just didn't have time to get to it. So now that I have some free time on my hands, I'm going to like just finally give you guys the video, because I feel like this is the perfect time now that I don't have anything to do, pretty much. And along with me, as you can see, I have Yuki, Yusei, and Jaden from past seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! So they're going to be my my little host along with me. So as you can see in the title, it says playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Equals no social life. Now, let me just say this first. When I originally came up with the idea for the Yu-Gi-Oh 101 discussion videos, it was basically just to tackle the way people view the trading card game community from an outside looking in perspective. Because that's just how it is. Like when people don't understand something, like they start to speculate and spread rumors and things like that. And one of those rumors is that people don't have any social life, and that play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or any type of trading card game for that matter, like they don't have any social life. They don't have girlfriends. They don't have time for relationships, or yada yada yada. Just all that bullshit. And I just wanted to tackle some of these things with this series, which is the reason why I came up with the Yu-Gi-Oh 101 discussion. I mean, of course, I'm going to use it for other things, and I have, but that was the main drive behind why I created the series. In this video, I would say tackles that more so than anything else. So without further ado, let's just go on with the video. Now, why do people assume that just because they don't associate themselves with a certain hobby or group, that must mean that the people within that community must be antisocial? A while back, if you guys remember, I uploaded a video that was about the 3 types of people that you find within the trading card game community. Yu-Gi-Oh! In particular. And the reason why I made that video was just to open up some discussion within the community, and just basically ask anyone else, have they ever met said people, and what are their thoughts on it? Now, the video at that time, it gained attention pretty quickly. It was, well, at that time, my most commented on video to date. And me not being one to get like a lot of comments on videos, I was kind of excited about it. Like, yeah, so people are actually talking about this, like we're actually opening up some dialogue. So I figured that people were interested in it and they were speaking on it. And, when I went to view the video, I started seeing all these negative comments, like more so than the positive ones that actually had something to do with what I was speaking on in that video. I mean, and it was just some of the craziest things. And I know, like, trolls are plenty, and I got people saying some stupid shit like, I have no social life because I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or even this one, I'm disgracing a black community. I mean, just idiotic shit and things like that. And I was actually shocked, not necessarily at what was being said, but more so that these morons actually existed. I mean, it's been said in the past, that you won't fully understand something unless you've been through it yourself. And it's not that I haven't been through it. It's just more so like I haven't been like, how can I put it? I haven't been through that on the internet. You know what I mean? And here's the thing: how idiotically biased do you have to be to come to a Yu-Gi-Oh related channel and get mad at someone for posting Yu-Gi-Oh related content? Mind you, like, this is content based on the way you're bashing it, you're not even interested in. So more so, like, even more so, make this closed-minded assumption that I, or like just anyone else for that matter, doesn't have a social life because they are involved or or associate themselves with a group or community that you don't understand. And I know it's been people like this that existed, since way before I was even born. But for lack of better words, it's been this reoccurring nightmare in humanity. More times than none, when someone doesn't understand something, they tend to poke fun at it. And that's just the way it's always been, and it's going to be people like that in the future. I get it, but regardless if it's something major or minor, in this case minor, those people, they do that. So now it's just been this big misunderstanding. Now it's been argued that this game is marketed towards kids, and this is where the big misunderstanding comes from. This game's age demographic is no younger than 6. It's that because Konami trusts that kids no younger than 6 are mature enough not to, put the cards in their mouths or, like up their noses or whatever. That being said, people blatantly ignore the fact that it says 6 and up, and they have such of a tunnel vision on that defining number, which is 6. Now, let me explain marketing to you, and I will try to do this to the best of my abilities. When companies market a product towards a certain age, well, let's take Yu-Gi-Oh for example, that means that a person no younger than that number should be able to understand that you don't harm yourself with the contents inside, whether it be mental or physical. Now, they do this with video games, board games, and in this case, card games. Just like I said, they trust them not to put them in their mouths and like chew on them or like try to roll them up and try to stick them up their nose. Like just weird shit like that. So taking all of that in, this game was not made for kids because kids don't understand this game on a competitive level, say like someone my age. They don't understand that it's various types of effect monsters or effects, tribute chain links, summoning requirements, etc. Not saying that they can't learn, I'm just saying more times than none, they won't get it. It's rules to this game that they don't, or like most likely don't even care about, i.e. rules that make this game what it is. So even though it's targeted towards, kids to play, that's just, for a lack of better words, a gimmick. Now, Konami honestly intends for people to understand the game and support it to where, like it can last for years to come by keeping it socially relevant. And how do you do that with a card game such as Yu-Gi-Oh? You turn it into a competition, make it competitive, market it towards the competitive card players, evolve it, keep introducing new content periodically and in a timely fashion, which they have done. Now, it's been plenty of card games like dating all the way back to the 90s that haven't even survived, like the test of time, and they pretty much just faded to black. They've been forgotten about. Right now, like the top 3 card games in the world right now, I would say is one Yu-Gi-Oh, the very like second one being like Magic the Gathering, and the third being what's the name of that game? Redakai. Yeah, so Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Redakai are the 3, top card games that people play. Now, like I said, it's been card games dating all the way back to the 90s that just faded to black. People haven't been buying them because the companies, they didn't do anything with them outside of just marketed towards kids. And those companies ended up failing. One company in particular made some Dragon Ball Z gaming cards, and I don't even think they're making these cards anymore. Matter of fact, like I'm gonna show these to you, and it actually took me a while to find these because I had to really dig for them. So let me get in front of the camera here so you can see these. All right. Now I had like 57 cards, and like I said, like they don't even make these anymore because they just didn't bother to evolve the game, and it just became, an afterthought. So like I'm gonna just continue to show you these cards, and I'm not gonna say anything, like just so you can see everything that they have here. Try to hurry up and get through these so I can get through with the video. Almost finished, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So, that's the point I tried to make, that I'm making, that it's certain card games like this Dragon Ball Z card game that didn't even survive the test of time, because honestly, like, who plays the Dragon Ball Z game, card game still? Nobody, because they moved on to either Redakai, Magic the Gathering, or Yu-Gi-Oh! Those are the top 3. And, no, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't for everybody. Like, that's life. Everything won't hold others' interest. And so, like, they don't bother with it. Which brings us to the heart of the matter, as you can see in the title. If you play Yu-Gi-Oh! That must mean that you have no social life. Why do people that don't have any interest in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community and are completely oblivious to trading card game culture, like, why do they have this fabricated idea that people that play trading card games have no social life? And I've seen this coming up through school, like I see this at various places, and it's just like they don't have a clue or don't even understand, or, like don't even try to understand, like what the card game is about. So when you look at people that don't have social lives, those people are either overworked or they're just emo. Like they just don't want to talk to anybody. Like you have chefs, construction workers, full-time students, like even fashion designers. It's people with proverbial lives, quote unquote, lives that are antisocial. Like they don't have any friends, they don't date, they don't have relationships, like they don't have time for it. All they're doing is just, and they don't talk to anybody, like they're just miserable. And I actually know a few people like this. So, for a form of better words, these people are miserable. And those people probably don't even know what Yu-Gi-Oh is, let alone, actually play the game. So, if you're going to think that way, which I don't understand why, you would have to ask yourself, how many people are antisocial that don't play Yu-Gi-Oh? So to be so closed-minded as to stick that personality to this one group of people, you would really have to have the IQ of a book cover. Like, why can't it be somebody just finds the card game interesting and wants to take part in it? Why does it have to be associated or affiliated with all this emo / I'm alone in a corner type shit? Then you claim that people that play this game don't have a social life because they play a card game, only because you don't know anything about it. And in order for you to say that a person is antisocial, that must mean either they don't want to talk to anybody or everybody thinks the way that you do. If you were to say that, you would have to honestly believe that everybody in the world would have to be as closed-minded as you. That being said, who the fuck put you on top of the food chain? Now, I went and I searched that video on YouTube, that video that I had made about the 3 types of people that you find within the trading card game community. Like just to see if anything else were to come up. And a few videos did come up. And the reason why I did that was just to see if people clicked on my video and they were expecting it to be pertaining to something else. But even if that was the case, once you listen to what I was speaking on, you could have just left the video and found something else. I wasn't harming anybody. I was putting related content that was related. I was putting content in a video that was related to my channel. So I'm not doing you no harm. So you could have just clicked on the YouTube logo and you could have went back to your homepage to see if one of your subscribers or like one of the people that you're subscribed to had some new videos up that you wanted to watch, or you could have just typed something else within the search box to try to find something that was closer to what you may have been looking for. This video had no relevance to your likes or dislikes, so why the hell would you even continue to watch it? Like, let alone thumbs down the video, even more so, comment on the video that had nothing to do, or more so leave a comment under the video that had nothing to do with what was being said, in the video. But to leave negative comments saying things like, why are you playing this card game? Like, you must not have no social life. I mean, that's just a biased assumption. I already spoke on that. But to take it as far as saying stupid shit like, you're a disgrace to the black community, like, whoa, what the hell did I ever do to you? So to come to a video that you weren't even interested in, let alone stay to watch it, which further raises the question, why the hell would you even bother to comment on a video that had content that you don't even care about to begin with? So, it's another topic I want to talk about. These people that say, oh, you people that are playing card games, like you're just wasting your money on cards, So let me speak on these people. First off, it's my money. I earned it. I earned the right to use it however I please. So if I use it to, buy a money roll of tissue paper or whatever, and, like, I want to wipe my ass with $100 bills, like something crazy like that. It's my money. I can do what I want with it. Now, obviously, I'm not a millionaire. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I can't even think of doing anything like that. But, You know, but with all that being said, you know, anything can be considered a waste of money if you're not going to get any usage out of it. You know, like a movie that you bought on demand. That can be a waste of money, you know, if you're not going to watch the movie. You know, it can be considered a waste of money. You know, like if you already seen the movie in theaters once already and you're just going to buy it again, and, you know, like, honestly, like to some people, like that's a waste of money. What's the use of buying chairs if all you're going to do is just sit on the floor? Waste of money. What's the use of buying a webcam if you're not going to video chat, blog, or record videos? That's a waste of money. What happened, you know, like what do you call somebody that buys food and they just literally just starve themselves to death? I mean, that's a waste of money. You know, like what's the use of buying shoes if all you're going to do is just walk around everywhere barefoot? You know what I mean? A waste of money. So a waste of money can be applied to anything and anything that involves currency and you buying something. You know, that includes Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well. If there is no purpose in you buying anything with the money, then why are you buying things with the money? Seriously. Now, Konami is a business, and just like any business, they offer products and services to the people that are interested in, you know, purchasing them. Whether it be insurance, shoes, clothes, headgear, tools, etc. In this case, it's cards. I mentioned this earlier. You know, the age demographic for this trading card game is 6 and up. So the game is marketed towards kids, but in actuality, this game is not made for kids, truth be told. And like I said, I've said this earlier, even though this game is marketed towards a young demographic, kids don't understand it on a competitive level, say like someone more mature. So it really wouldn't be any need for Konami to constantly like reformat the game or even continue to treat the game as something competitive, and, you know, like do all these reformatting and you know, like introducing new cards for people to use in, you know, all these organized like duels and all these organized games and like tournaments and things like that. It wouldn't be any need for that if they were just making it for kids just to buy and, you know, fly around and stick them up their ass or whatever they do with it. You know, I know that's a bit extreme, but y'all get what I mean. But yeah, like if it was really made for kids to play, like if it was really made for the intention of kids only, then it wouldn't be no need to reformat the game and, you know, like change the rules. You know, just to balance out the game for the players that are playing the game. You know, since kids more times than none don't understand it on a competitive level like that. So that being said, I'm done with the video. If anything, like, don't knock somebody for not liking something that you like, you know, or for this case, don't knock somebody for liking something that you don't like. You know, even though I say that, like, I know trolls are just going to be trolls, you know what I mean? But come on now. I mean, I would say, like, oh my God, you know, I can't believe people are still doing this in 2012. But, you know, these types of people will exist for years to come. These people will exist after the world ends and even when a new world is made. You know what I mean? So it won't matter. Somebody's always going to try to knock you down for liking something that they don't like, which I never understood, because if you don't like something, then, you know, like, just don't take part in it and just leave other people alone. But idiots are plenty in this world. So that being said, it's more trash than treasure. It's more fools than cools. It's more idiots than intelligence. I'm going to leave you with that. And I'll talk to you guys later. See you for the next Yu-Gi-Oh! One-on-one discussion. Peace.